Battle of Saraighat timeline 1662, 1663, 1664, 1665, 1666, 1667, 1668, 1669, 1670, 1671, 1672, 1673, 1674, 1675, 1676, 1677, Sutamla Supang Mung Sunyat Farsuk Lim Farsuhanga invasion by Mir Jumla Treaty of Gilajurite retakes Guwahati. Ram Singh leaves Delhi. Battle of Saraighat. Battle of Allahabad. Ram Singh returns to Delhi. Ahom Mughal clash at Manasa Homes. March toward Guwahati. Lakait Borfukan La Luke Solar Borfukan Atin Berhogahain. Ram Singh's campaign. Ram Singh at Rangamati. Mir Jumla's campaign. In approximate timescale of events around the Battle of Saraighat. The Battle of Saraighat was fought in 1671 between the Mughal Empire and the Ahom Kingdom on the Brahmaputra River at Saraighat, now in Guwahati. Although much weaker, the Ahom army defeated the Mughal army by brilliant uses of the terrain, clever diplomatic negotiations to buy time, guerrilla tactics, psychological warfare, military intelligence, and by exploiting the sole weakness of the Mughal forces, its navy. The Battle of Saraighat was the last battle in the last major attempt by the Mughals to extend their empire into Assam. Though the Mughals managed to regain Guwahati briefly after a later Borfukan deserted it, the Ahoms wrested control in the Battle of Atakuli in 1682 and maintained it till the end of their rule. Background: after Narayana died in 1587, the Koch kingdom was divided into the western Koch Bihar and the eastern Koch Aho, ruled by his son Lakshmi Narayan and nephew Raghudev respectively. These two kingdoms were bitter rivals. In due course the Mughals formed an alliance with Lakshmi Narayan, and the Nawab of Decca, a governor of the Mughals, attacked Parikshit Narayan, the son of Raghudev, in 1602 at Dubrai, the westernmost corner of present-day Assam. Following many battles, Parikshit finally accepted defeat and was sent off to Delhi, but his brother, Bali Narayana, took refuge with the Ahoms, who were interested in keeping the Koch as a buffer between themselves and the Mughals. The first Mughal-Ahom battle took place in 1615 when the Mughals attacked the Ahoms, then under Pratap Singh. This resulted in a period of Ahom-Mughal conflicts, fluctuating fortunes that ended with the Treaty of Asurali in 1639. The treaty fixed Barnadi River in the north bank, and Asurali in the south bank of the Brahmaputra as the boundary between the Ahoms and the Mughals. This, and the defeat of the Koch king at Pandu in 1641, resulted in a period of Mughal administration in Kamrup, taking advantage of the Mughal War of Succession after the fall of the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in 1658. Pran Narayan of Koch Bihar tried to occupy Koch Aho, but the Ahoms under Jayadwaj Singh took Guwahati and pushed him back beyond Dubrai. That the Ahoms reached Dubrai by defeating the Koch king and not the Mughals would form a central tenet in later Ahom diplomacy. Soon after, Aurangzeb occupied the Delhi throne. Mir Jumla II, pursuing Shah Shuja in Bengal, was appointed the Subadar of Bengal in 1660 and asked to retake Assam. Mir Jumla marched in 1661 and defeated the Ahoms at successive encounters to finally take the Ahom capital Gargaon. But the Dagajudha of Atin Berhogahain and the rains succeeded in cutting off Mughal communication lines, making it impossible for Mir Jumla to consolidate Mughal rule. Unaware of Mir Jumla's difficulties and unnerved by Badulai Pukan's defection, Jayadwaj Singh sued for peace, an opportunity Mir Jumla seized on. The Treaty of Gilajurite brought an end to Mughal occupation of Gargaon, but the conditions of this treaty were so severe that the Ahoms were soon resolved to reverse them. Ahom preparations for war. After the humiliating defeat inflicted by Mir Jumla, the Ahom king Jayadwaj Singh died in despair. On his deathbed, He exhorted his cousin and successor Chakradwaj Singh to remove the spear of humiliation from the bosom of the nation. There followed a complete overhaul of the Ahom kingdom. People who had dispersed due to Mir Jumla's invasion were rehabilitated in the appropriate khels. Food and military productions were increased. New forts were constructed and garrison and an expeditionary army was organized under a new commander, Chaipau. Alliances were renewed with the Jain Shah and the Kacheri kingdoms. During this period Mughal imperial demands were tactfully and diplomatically rebuffed, but where the new Faujdar of Guwahati, Firuz Khan, forced the matter in March 1667, the Ahoms were compelled to move. In August 1667 the Ahom army, under Chaipau and accompanied by Atinbur Hogahain, sailed downstream to retake Guwahati. Ahoms retake Guwahati. Lakita made Kaliyabor, the old seat of the Borfukan, his base camp and advanced toward Guwahati along both banks of the Brahmaputra. On the north bank the Decca-Pukan retook Barbary in early September 1667. On the south bank, the Nausilia-Pukan and others, moving on land and water, captured Karjali, Sonapur, Panahiti, and Titamara forts between the Kapila River and Guwahati. The Ahoms then reached Guwahati, which was defended by 5 chokis on each bank of the Brahmaputra. With some loss, the Ahoms captured Shabaraz and Rangamahal forts, a little north of the city. An extended battle was fought for the Atakuli fort. The Ahoms besieged Jodhpur, occupied Pandu, and in spite of a Mughal reinforcement, approached Atakuli. The grand attack was launched on the night of 4 November 1667, when the Ahoms scaled the walls by ladders and after 2 months of siege, Atakuli fell in mid-November 1667. Most of the defenders were massacred, many surrendered but a few managed to escape. War provisions, treasures and war material fell into Ahom hands. The Mughals received some reinforcement at this point and retaliated against the Ahoms. The Ahoms fought back with their naval forces and removed them from their bases in Umananda and Barhit. The Mughals, pursued by the Ahoms, managed to fortify the Manamuk and fend off the attackers for some time, but Firuz Khan finally surrendered and was taken prisoner. This brought an end to the recapture of Guwahati and the Ahoms were able to control their old Manas border once again. But this did not last long and they had to beat a strategic retreat due to the advancing Mughal army of Raja Ram Singh. Mughal imperial invasion. Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb was informed of the losses on 19 December 1667 and he commissioned Raja Ram Singh of Amba, son of the famous Mirza Raja Jai Singh, to take back Guwahati. Ram Singh left Delhi on 27 December 1667 and finally reached Rangamati in February in 1669. He was accompanied, as was the Mughal custom of sending 2 generals, by Rashid Khan, ex-Faujdar of Guwahati, and from Patna by the Sikh Guru Tegh Bahadur. The Ahoms, anticipating a Mughal strike, are said to have followed his movements from Delhi itself. Along the way Aurangzeb augmented Ram Singh's forces of 4,000 troopers, 1,500 ahadis and 500 Barkwanzas by an additional 30,000 infantrymen, 21 Rajput chiefs with their contingents, 18,000 cavalry, 2,000 archers and shieldmen and 40 ships. When Lakite surveyed the massive Mughal force later, he was moved to tears and he uttered, "It is a tragedy that my country is facing this dire catastrophe during my Pukanship. How will my king be saved? How will my people be saved? And how will my posterity be saved?" Armies from Koch Bihar joined the Mughal forces since they were vassals. Ahom strategic planning and Mughal attacks. Aware of Mughal military might and the weakness of the Ahom militia, especially against the professional cavalry and mounted forces in open fields, Chaipau and the other commanders decided to choose the terrain of the battlefield with care. The choice fell on Guwahati, which was hilly. on the way to the heart of the Ahom kingdom and without open fields where the Mughal forces would not have sufficient mobility. The only way east was via the Brahmaputra river passing through it. The Brahmaputra at Saraighat, at its narrowest 1 kilometer width, was ideal for a naval defense. To check Mughal advance, Saraighat prepared a complex system of mud embankments in Guwahati. When the Mughals found Guwahati impregnable by land, they would be forced to use their navy, which was their weakest asset. Saraighat set up his headquarters at Andrubali, the sandbanks between the Kamakya and Sukreshwar hills. The deliberations of the War Council were recorded and made into a manual. When the Mughal march reached the Manas River in March-April 1669 and defeated some Ahom forces, Saraighat decided on a strategic retreat to Guwahati. 3 Rajkoats were asked to meet the Mughal forces and retreat to Guwahati, keeping the Mughal forces in sight but beyond the reach of their weapons. When the Mughals reached closer, he started a sham negotiation via the captured Firuz Khan with Ram Singh, who had set up camp at Agayathuti, calling the Mughal emperor the Bhai-Raja to the Ahom king. And when he was ready for the Mughal attacks, he sent words to Ram Singh that Guwahati and Kamrup do not belong to the Mughals, since they were taken from the Kutch, and that the Assamese were prepared to fight to the last. A period of battles between the Ahom and Mughal forces in the region of Guwahati followed, with varied results, with forts changing hands many times. In these battles, the Mughal forces were arranged in 4 divisions. The North Bank, commanded by Ram Singh himself. The South Bank, under Ali Akbar Khan, Mir Saeed Khan, Raja Indramana, Raja Jainaran and Marul Khan. The Sindhurayopar entrance, under Jahir Beg Khayan Khan, Ghanashayam Bakshi, and 3 Baruas from Koch Bihar, Kavasekar, Sarveshwar and Manmatha. The river, guarded by the naval commanders Mansur Khan, Latif Khan, Iswarpesha, firing Hees and 1 Kapitan Raja. In these attacks the Ahom allies, the Garos, the Jainshah, the Nagas, the Rani of Durang, the Raja of Rani, and even the monsoons of 1669, joined battle. The Ahom defense was arranged as the North Bank, under the command of Atinbur Hogahain, the South Bank, under the command of Saraighat Borfukan. Both commanders had a number of Pali commanders, each defending a specific strategic area, with each Pali reorganized in response to the challenge posed by Ram Singh's forces. Aurangzeb received information of the lack of progress in August 1669 and made arrangements with the Subadar of Bengal, Shaitha Khan, to provide reinforcements to Ram Singh. This period is also known for Atinbur Hogahain's Dagger Judah. Ram Singh protested that these harassing campaigns lowered the dignity of warfare, and withdrew from fighting, to no particular military advantage. Major Ahom reversal at Alaboy. One of these battles stood out for a major Ahom reversal. Exasperated with the delaying tactics of the Borfukan, Ram Singh asked for a duel with the Ahom king. He promised to withdraw from Assam with his army if he was defeated. Saraighat updated Chakradwaj Singh about this proposal, who rejected the offer on the ground that it was beneath his dignity to duel a mere servant, who has no umbrella over his head. Annoyed with Ram Singh's proposal, he ordered Saraighat to confront the Mughals militarily. In a battle that was set up as a challenge, a force of 10,000 Mughals under Mir Nawab was to confront a force of 20,000 Ahom cavalry. Ram Singh's approach was psychological, marked by pride, chivalry and revenge. The Ahom approach, to cover their basic weaknesses, was based on diplomacy, deception and misrepresentation. So instead of 20,000, they sent in 40,000, and using an anti-Koch tactic that had worked against Chilure. They dressed their vanguard archers and musketeers as Brahmins to make the Rajput warriors desist from killing them. Ram Singh, on the other hand, set a woman, Madanavati, dressed as a man, to command the vanguard to deny the Ahoms any glory in case of a victory. The battle took place in the fields adjoining the Aliboy Hills about the 5th of August 1669. In the first phase, Madanavati dispersed the first 4 lines of the Ahom vanguard with ease, but the Borfukan had trenches dug to conceal his other lines. In the second phase, a diversion to cross the Brahmaputra was thwarted, and Madanavati was shot. The battle turned in the third phase. Mir Nawab's forces were routed. Enraged at the deception, Ram Singh let loose his veteran horsemen, and in the carnage that followed, 10,000 Ahom soldiers were massacred. Aurangzeb was pleased with these Mughal successes and increased Ram Singh's mansab from 4,000 to 5,000. Ram Singh was also instructed to invest Guwahati soon, and if it was not possible, to devastate the land and plunder the people. Final diplomatic maneuvers. After the Mughal advances in late 1669, Ram Singh began diplomatic efforts. The proposal was for the Assamese to evacuate Guwahati and a return to the 1639 status quo in return for a Mughal payment of 300,000 rupees. The Ahoms did not respond favorably. Ram Singh next attempted to bribe and create divisions among the Ahom field commanders. In the meantime, the Ahom king Chakradwaj Singh died and was succeeded by his brother Udayaditya Singh. The long war had resulted in popular discontent in the Ahom kingdom. Ram Singh again put forward his proposal on the 1639 status quo settlement, and this time the Ahoms appeared receptive. The Ahom king, though displeased, left the decision to his commanders in Guwahati. In the meeting, which included Lakait Borfukan, the only dissenter to the proposal was Atin Berhogahine, who displayed his statesmanship. Atin Berhogahine argued that there was no guarantee that the emperor at Delhi will abide by Ram Singh's assurance. Also, a settlement then would mean that the drain on the country's resources would have been in vain. Further, what was the guarantee that once the Mughals take Guwahati, they would not reach for Gargaon or even Namrup? Atin Berhogahine was able to persuade the other commanders, and the Ahoms rejected this proposal. The diplomatic efforts of Ram Singh failed once again. Final battle at Saraighat. Meanwhile, Mughal reinforcements in the shape of war vessels and imperial officers reached Ram Singh, along with the Mughal admiral Munawar Khan and the Mughal viceroy Shaistar Khan, sent the message that Ram Singh was sent to fight the Assamese, not make friends with them. Ram Singh now made preparations for his final and direct assault on Guwahati and began moving along the north bank. Near Suakusi he was joined by ships with artillery and archers under 5 sardars. The Mughals had large boats, some carrying as many as 16 cannons. The Mughal ambassador, Paditray, had reported a breach in the embankment at Andrubali a few days earlier, and Ram Singh wanted to exploit this opening. The Ahom soldiers were demoralized after their losses at Aliboy. Their commander-in-chief, Lakait Borfukan, and their admiral were both seriously ill, and the Nara Raja, the son of the Miri Sandikoi, was in command. An encounter both on land and water ensued near Ashwakranta. The Ahom land forces, under Laluk Borgohain Pukan, worsted the Mughals, but the Mughal boats compelled the Ahom boats to retreat to Bahila, north of Saraighat. The land forces, fearing an encirclement, too retreated. The battle reached a crucial phase, when the Mughals were beginning to get close to Andrubali. The Borfukan, as well as the Nara Raja, sent messages to inspire the soldiers. It looked as if there was a break in command, and some boats began falling back to Karjali and Samdara. Lakait Borfukan was observing this from his sickbed in the gatehouse of the Atakuli fort. At this crucial moment in the battle, when the Mughals were about to land at Andrubali, the Borfukan sent orders via Katakis to all the land and naval forces to attack. He also ordered 7 war boats for himself and had Nadai of Karangi carry him to a boat. He shouted, "The king has put all the people in my hands to fight the Bengal. Shall I go back to my wife and children?" and pushed a few men into the water. With the other 6 warboats, the Borfukan headed toward the naval battle. The entry of the Borfukan transformed the AHOM soldiers. His small flotilla soon swelled with AHOM warships from all sides that smashed into the Mughal warships at Amrahuli on the north bank, opposite Kamakya Hills. The triangle in the river, between Atakuli, Kamakya and Aswakranta, was filled with men and boat. The Ahoms spanned the river over an improviso bridge of boats and resorted to a combined front and rear attack. The Mughal Admiral Munawar Khan, smoking a hookah, was killed by a gunshot from the back, throwing the Mughals out of gear. They suffered the loss of 3 top-ranking emirs, and another 4,000 dead. The day of this decisive battle is not known for certain, only that it happened in the middle of March 1671. Epilogue. The Mughals were pursued to the Manas River, the AHOM kingdom's western boundary. The Borfukan instructed his men not to attack the retreating army, reminding them of Aliboy. Anticipating a counterattack, he set messengers at regular intervals, while Atin Berhogahine and other commanders stood ready for one. The Mughals in Durang were also worsted, and Ram Singh left Kamrup on 7 April 1671 for Rangamati. Ram Singh waited in vain for another opportunity and finally had an audience with Aurangzeb on 25 June 1676. Lakhit Borfukan died at Kaliabor about a year later in April 1672, but not from the illness at Saraighat. And this was not the final battle between the Ahoms and the Mughals, nor did Guwahati remain with the Ahoms. Lakhit Borfukan's own brother and successor Borfukan, Laluk Sola, deserted Guwahati for the Mughals in 1679. It remained with the Mughals until 1682, when the Ahoms under Gadadhar Singh recovered it and ended Mughal control in Kamrup forever. Though the Mughal administration of 80 years cast a long shadow